The issue proposal assignment. At this point in our course, it has come to that point where it is time for us to pick a topic for our final APA paper. So we're going to switch gears. We've written a compare and contrast. We've written a process. We've done a lot of different papers. But from this point on, we are going to focus on our APA argumentative paper. And the issue proposal is basically where you are going to choose your topic, and you're going to give me a little information about that topic. You are going to choose something that has a side. People are either for or against it. They're pro or they're con. So think about something. There are a couple of examples here. Is global climate change caused by humans? Are cell phones dangerous? Is the cost of college too high? Should cigarette smoking be banned? So think about an issue that you're passionate about, that you feel very strongly about one way or the other, and you are going to argue your case in your APA paper. Once you have chosen your topic, you'll decide, I really want to write on how I believe vaping should be banned in public places. I don't know, something that you feel should be done. You are going to write this issue proposal. Basically, your issue proposal is comprised of 5 paragraphs. And within these 5 paragraphs, you are going to have very specific sort of reasons to write each paragraph. The first paragraph needs to introduce the issue and present it in question form. Therefore, this paragraph should end with a question. So, for example, if you're writing a paper on the legalization of medicinal marijuana, you may want to end that particular paragraph with why should medicinal marijuana not be legal if it alleviates the suffering of thousands of cancer patients daily? ? Something like that. You'll just want to end it with a question. Paragraph 2 is going to explain why the topic is compelling to you. So, if we're sticking with the legalization of medicinal marijuana, you may want to express that the topic is compelling to you because you have a grandparent who suffers from glaucoma and the effects of medicinal marijuana alleviate some of her suffering. Paragraph 3, you are going to describe what you already know about the issue. So you may speak about how you know that medicinal marijuana is legal in several states. You may want to discuss how a lot of laws are being passed, how some hospitals are now allowed to treat patients with medicinal marijuana, those sorts of things. Paragraph 4, you're going to explain what more you need to learn about the issue. So perhaps you need to know exactly which states have legalized medicinal marijuana, or if one can, produce a plant that doesn't have as much THC and therefore alleviate some of the effects of recreational marijuana out of the medicinal marijuana. Just things that you want to explore, things that you want to learn about the issue. And then in paragraph 5, you're going to tell me who your audience is. So you're going to tell me my intended audience is women and men between the ages of 20 and 40, or perhaps you want to have a more a narrowed version of an audience. I wish to discuss this topic with men between the ages of 30 and 70. I don't know. It's up to you, depending on your topic. Depending on how you're going to argue it, you will need to pick your own audience. Also, you will need to think about your topic being too broad or too narrow to fit the requirements of this final paper. We are going to do this final APA paper in steps. The first step is going to be the issue proposal. The second step will be the annotated bibliography. The annotated bibliography is where you actually find your sources, your scholarly sources that you're going to include within the paper. The third is going to be your rough draft. And then the fourth is going to be the final product. So, steps. We're going to write this in steps. So in order to help you determine your topic and if it's big enough or if it's too small, these are the requirements for final paper. Do not think that you are having to write this final paper at this very moment. You're not. But these are the criteria. The length of this final APA paper is going to need to be 1,500 to 2,000 words. So make sure you choose a topic that is large enough, but not too big, that you can fit it within this 1,500 to 2,000 word minimum. And this just kind of gives you a glimpse into the future of what your APA paper is going to look like. But right now, we are simply concentrating on these 5 paragraphs in your issue proposal.